On Monday, June 3rd, Freetown residents will vote on whether to adopt the Planned Development District, abbreviated the PDD. This district will help Freetown comply with the MBTA Communities Act and will help the town plan for future growth. By complying with the MBTA Communities Act, Freetown can thoughtfully plan for smart growth while remaining eligible for certain state-funded grants. The MBTA Communities Act was passed as a part of the Economic Development Bill in January 2021 under Governor Baker's administration. The law states that an MBTA community shall have a zoning district of reasonable size where multifamily is permitted by right at a gross density of 15 units per acre. The purpose of the MBTA Communities Act is to increase housing capacity across the state for individuals and families with limited housing options, particularly missing middle housing options. To provide additional direction for MBTA communities, the Executive Office of Housing and Livable Communities released a set of compliance guidelines with specific zoning benchmarks. These zoning benchmarks include having multifamily permitted by right without age or bedroom restrictions, having a gross allowable density of at least 15 units per acre, and meeting the unique community requirements for unit capacity, district size, and location. These unique requirements are defined in detail in the compliance guidelines and are based on a community's population, total housing stock, and the type of transit service available. In Freetown, this means that the town must adopt a 50-acre zoning district near the town's MBTA commuter rail station that could support the development of 750 housing units. This does not mean that Freetown will see all of these new units developed overnight. Many factors influence what makes a development feasible and at what scale, such as the available infrastructure and market conditions. It's important to note that Freetown is not required to provide additional infrastructure, including sewer or water, and is not required to construct or build any specific amount of new housing in the district. The only requirement of the MBTA Communities Act is to pass a zoning bylaw that meets the standards of the compliance guidelines. We wanted to cover what is being asked of Freetown before diving into the proposed bylaw, as the process that led to this point began when the town started exploring how to meet these requirements. To comply with the MBTA Communities Act, Freetown partnered with the Southeastern Regional Planning and Economic Development District, or SERPID for short. Through grant funds, the town and SERPID worked to develop a viable solution for MBTA communities compliance for Freetown. This included drafting proposed changes to the town's bylaw, talking with the Freetown community at public hearings and events, and obtaining a peer review from a private law practice, each of these at no cost to the town. Initially, Freetown and SERPID explored several options for compliance. Rather than introducing a new district to achieve MBTA communities compliance, the Planning Board voted to amend the zoning at an existing location, the Planned Mixed Use District, abbreviated the PMUD. For those not familiar with this district, the PMUD is an existing overlay district that passed at town meeting in June 2012 and has been a part of the town's zoning code ever since. This district was designed to encourage mixed-use, walkable neighborhoods close to Freetown's future commuter rail station. However, the PMUD hasn't seen any development, likely because of unclear zoning language and logistical barriers. For additional context, the PMUD is located near the Freetown Fall River line, next to the town's MBTA commuter rail station. The district is split by South Main Street and is close to several highway interchanges and existing facilities, including the Stop and Shop Distribution Center and the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Several factors made this district suitable to amend for MBTA communities compliance, including its proximity to the Freetown commuter rail station, satisfying one of the most fundamental and significant MBTA communities requirements, its proximity to local and regional job opportunities, as well as transportation access via South Main Street and Route 79/24, and its current zoning language, which emphasizes mixed-use, walkable neighborhood development and was designed with the aspiration to see planned growth for Freetown. Let's explore what changed in further detail. The town recognized that the current iteration of the PMUD bylaw needed to be clearer and easier for property owners and developers to understand. To achieve this, the current bylaw amendment proposes streamlining and clarifying dimensional and design standards, outlining simplified steps to meet the 30% open space requirement, and providing definitions for commonly used terms and clear references to other portions of Freetown's zoning bylaws. The town also recognized the importance of emergency service access, implementing a 3-story height limit to accommodate the fire department's existing equipment. To comply with the MBTA Communities Act, the proposed bylaw also includes the following changes: allowing multifamily by right with site plan review, and increasing the allowable residential density from a maximum of 7 units per acre to 16 units per acre. Something that did not change is the location of the proposed planned development district, which follows the exact boundary of the existing PMUD. In summary, the project team worked to create an amended district that honors the spirit of the town's existing PMUD while improving the language and including changes to comply with the MBTA Communities Act. So, what would passing this bylaw mean for Freetown? It will allow for the creation of a complete neighborhood with access to diverse housing options, increased access to job opportunities in the Metro Boston area, and new open spaces, places to eat, and places to shop. Passing this bylaw will also allow Freetown's continued eligibility for certain state grants that support planning for the environment, housing, infrastructure, and much more. Ultimately, the choice is up to Freetown residents on whether to approve these amendments. If you are interested in reading more about the Planned Development District or the MBTA Communities Act, you can visit these links or scan the QR codes on the following slide. We hope this video has provided you with the information you need to make your decision. We thank you for listening to this information and learning more about the Planned Development District.